Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you came today to watch truck stuff, I am sorry, we are not building trucks today. We got something else to build. I love the outdoors, I love camping, I love all that stuff, and I thought it would be really cool to build a custom smudge pot on my CNC plasma table. Now that we have a table, I'm really enjoying building just random stuff with this thing. Now, I've seen a few other people build these smudge pots and they look amazing. So I figured I'm gonna build one today. Now, if you aren't familiar with a smudge pot, it's kind of like those rocket stoves that use wood for a fire, but the smudge pots use like old oil, or you can use kerosene or diesel. I think building one of these is just a lot cooler than building one for wood. So I am going to get cutting on this stuff. We got most of this drawn up on Fusion already. I'm gonna build this all at an 1/8 inch plate. Now at the end of the video, if you guys like this thing and want one, I am planning on building a few of these. I can do anything really, custom cutouts on the chimney part of it, custom sizes. Now I kind of sized this one down. A lot of people build these things like 4 feet tall. I didn't want a super big one, so this one I think is like 3.5 feet. What we're gonna do is just throw on some 1/8 inch plate. We're gonna cut the main bottom piece of basically the tank. We're gonna bend all that up, weld that up, and then we'll cut our chimney and figure all that out kind of as we go. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Stick around to the end of the video if you guys want to see the finished product of this thing. We're gonna light it up. These things look so cool in the dark because I'm doing a bunch of cutouts in the chimney, and the fire goes through the chimney. You get the flame inside of it, and it looks really, really cool at night. So stick around for the end of this video if you want to see that. Well, that's enough talking, guys. Let's get some plate loaded up on the plasma table and start cutting this thing out. Well, look at that beauty, guys. We are together. All we gotta do is throw some diesel in this thing and see if it'll light. So it is dark outside. Let's bring it out, get it filled up with some fuel, get it lit, and see if it works. Now, if you are curious, I did put this big damper in it right here, and yes, I am still gonna take it apart and put a little tack weld on that just to hold it in so it doesn't fall out like that. But we got that damper, and then we got this little intake, little damper here as well. And then this is just a filler spout, so you'll plop that open, fill your diesel up or your oil, whatever you're burning in there, and then you can also light it through here. A lot of people just use like a paper towel, stick it in here, light it, and then just drop it down in there, and it'll basically light itself from there. So let's bring it out and see what it does. All right, guys, the newspaper trick kind of worked. I dumped a little bit in there and it was just kind of smoldering. As soon as I stuck the torch in here, you can see this thing fired right up. So we already got flames coming up. Now, I'm just gonna close the little filler there, and then you can regulate the temp with this, and you can hear it. I'll flip the mic around. You can actually hear the flames die down when you close this damper. So you can hear that, and it dies way down. Look, you just about turn it off. And then it's also got this exhaust damper here, so if you want to shut this thing down, you just close that, just shove that all the way in. That flame will go out and you'll be good to go. All right, so now that this thing is warmed up and it's got a nice draw, you can see I closed it off, but this thing's open it up, and I mean, it's just shooting flames out nice and warm. All right, now we're gonna shut her down. So we'll just close this off, and you can see the fire goes out in there, and then you can just close this off. Bam, look at that, fire's out, we are good to go. Well, that's a wrap, guys. That thing is sweet. It's gonna be so handy for like camping, hunting, any outdoor stuff, or if you just want to have a fire on the back deck. Once it's all warmed up, you got some good heat in the actual stove. It actually burns pretty clean. It's not really smoky. I mean, I wouldn't light it in the shop, but outside, you know, on the porch or something, it wouldn't be bad at all. And you can damper it down, you can choke it down a little bit, and it's not super hot. But then when you want it hot, you can just open up that intake and the exhaust damper, and that thing puts out some serious heat. Now, if any of you want one of these, I'm not sure on pricing it. I gotta go through and figure out how much steel it takes. And honestly, it takes quite a bit of time. I'm like 2 days into this one, but that's with designing it and everything. Now, I can cut just about anything in the chimneys. So custom design, I can do that. Depending on the design, it's gonna cost a little bit more just for my time and design work. So like I said, if you guys want one, want a custom one, want something cool design in the chimney, let me know, drop me an email. Well, I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Once you go smash that thumbs up button and comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.